It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we get to watch Brian Robinson Jr. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders,
they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Throwing right away is Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 78 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 39.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brissett now.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Azeez Ojulari
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Brissett.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In motion left, Robinson. Now Brissett. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
To throw, Brissett.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Singletary again. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Play action now. Brissett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jonathan Allen. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Robinson up the middle.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a New York Giants. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 43-yard line.
Here's Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Now Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Play action, now it's Daniels.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Daniels looking to throw. He's able to find Melton.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Daniels.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Daniels.
Flushed out right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it was 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They go right back to Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Brissett again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The visitors' offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. This pass complete to Melton.
It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Washington.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They go play action. Daniels.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these two teams did meet in our nation's capital earlier this season, with Washington picking up the win at Commanders Field. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the air goes Daniels. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And New York set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Brissett now. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
On the counter, this is Singletary.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The quick feet by Jackson. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Brissett. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Touchdown! From 21 yards away. And the Giants have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Slide for the PAT.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, that's the tight end Senate.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 3. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Back to throw. Daniels. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick here is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Ravens looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. We just saw a terrific first half from the well-traveled veteran Jacoby Brissett. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Taken down at the 42.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels sets up the screen to Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action, now it's Daniels. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go play action with Brissett. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Escaping the pressure right. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Brissett sets to throw it.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Wolf on now for the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not here.
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Now Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett.
Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Off the option, here's Robinson.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Daniels. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Giants offense with Jacoby Brissett getting ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Brissett.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Flush to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
To throw is Daniels. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
To the air goes Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
The offense on third down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Brissett.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
On the give, this is Singletary.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
They'll give this to Singletary running right.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. They go play action. Daniels. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Short pass caught by Henry, and he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense and running back Devin Singletary headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slip.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
New York set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a 3rd and 6.
The gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Slot man moves right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Commanders' 14-yard line.
Singletary trying the left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Singletary going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Forced out to his left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jacoby Brissett, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
They'll look to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
For the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Robinson on a give right side.
Fights free at the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
That's caught left side by Sennett.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Commanders,
it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.